Today I'm going to channel something that I've been channeling for several years, but I haven't really shared it much on this channel, but my guide said it's time to share it. So I can't wait to see why. We must be getting ready to see something here. So I channel a group of cosmic beings that are here to help us on our human journey. And my day job is channeling soul contracts, life blueprints, helping you to connect to and discern your higher self, guidance so that you can create the life that you want. Your higher self is always guiding you to your highest timeline. Your higher self is always giving you nudges to create a life of more joy and abundance. It's just that we've been trained to hear the external noise louder. We've never been trained on purpose from the time we come out of the womb. We are not told who we really are. We are told to pay attention externally to direction and to live a life like a good little soldier. I do lots of videos on this. So that's my day job. But I channel a group of cosmic beings, and they've been sharing this message with me for a long time. So, all right, it's time to share it for whatever reason. So I've been sharing on this channel that there is, this globe is being ran like a, I say globe, it doesn't, whether it's flat or round, it doesn't matter. I just say globe because I hear it being said that way, but we're on a planet that's being ran like a global pyramid. Okay. The people at the top of the globe control everything, and they don't want to be known. They don't really want to be seen. They use the faces of famous people for agendas and narratives, to take the fall for things. They operate in the shadows. Okay. And the main systems of control, which I do many videos on this, are banking and finance, Western meds. I get blocked on this channel for this stuff, so I gotta be careful. Political structures and education system. My guides say the education system is the most corrupt because it's completely geared towards wiping who we really are from us from the time we come out of the womb. I do lots of videos on this, so go watch those. But it's a whole system, a very well-oiled machine and system that wipes who we really are. And the new programs are implanted to make us believe that we are humans here to live for the system, pay taxes and property taxes and sales tax and give, give to the church, voting system. None of this stuff matters. It's all an illusion to create a narrative for us to believe so that we don't know who we are, so we can keep disconnected from who we really are. So one of the things I've been channeling for a long time is that souls, I'm going to show you a drawing here in a minute. These are souls. Souls, we are a soul in a human body having a human experience. We are an everlasting soul. Okay. You have been other places. This is not your first time, probably not the first time you've been here. You've probably been here many, many times, but you've also been other places. Your soul is everlasting. Okay. You're having an experience in a human body. Go do research. Go do your own research. Go check out Gaia. Also, I have lots of videos on this channel. You can choose to incarnate into whatever it is that you want, but for the sake of this video, we're going to talk about you can incarnate into a male or female on this planet, okay? So you can be a male human or a female human. Now, this planet has been run. This is all stuff I've channeled, okay? So go do your own research if you want. There's lots of data out there about this, our true history or ancient history. Go check out Out of the Matrix, the account Out of the Matrix if you want to know more about our ancient history. But this is stuff I'm channeling. My guides bring this in all the time, that this planet has been operated from toxic masculinity. Okay, there's divine feminine. This is just one way to explain it. Okay, divine feminine, divine masculine. Okay, and that's when you're operating from your spiritual essence. When you're striving for truth and love and joy and happiness. That's the divine. Okay. There's also toxic masculine, toxic femininity. But for this video, we're talking about this planet has been run with toxic masculinity. If you go, I'm getting reminded right now. They're here. They're reminding me of the pictures. I think they're have you ever seen pictures of our forefathers in the United States? There's the forefathers. They're all white men. I can't even go there. Okay. When you start to look at everything, you start to open your mind to truth, it'll get blown, and you start to go, oh my gosh, how are we all fooled for so long, for centuries and centuries and centuries? But this is being ran by toxic masculinity. It's all about control systems. Okay, the main systems of control: banking and finance, Western meds, political structures, education system, and the glue that holds it together. Again, I do many videos on this: religion, media, Hollywood. Okay. That's the glue that makes us believe we have to participate in those systems. And those systems mainly are being ran by toxic masculinity. once the toxic, we'll just call it the toxic behaviors. Once the toxic behaviors are removed, which they're not going to be removed. This is another thing that my guides say, and this comes in a lot with my clients. My guides and my clients' guides tend to bring people to me, sometimes that are in one of these systems, or they're participating in one of these systems, and they're being called to leave the system, okay? So because these systems have been ran from a toxic behavioral standpoint for so long, this stuff is coming to an end, okay? We are witnessing the collapse of all of these things. Everything financial is orchestrated. Everything is manipulated, okay? It's all manipulated and orchestrated, but all those systems, the financial systems, all those systems, they're collapsing because it can no longer function the way it's been going, okay? So those systems cannot be saved. They cannot be saved. They're old. They have to collapse. There are new systems being created, and I have many clients that are here to be part of creating the new systems. Either they're the ideas people, or they're the people that are creating from the ideas. Okay, it's so beautiful. This is why I'm creating a membership community. Go sign up on my online to be notified. It's going to be a private community, and to bring people together so we can start building the new together and learn how to connect to your higher self and many other things. We'll be practicing tools on there about learning how to discern your higher self guidance as we move forward into the next couple of years of chaos and mayhem. This is going to continue for a while, guys. So these systems are collapsing and the new ones are being created. So what they've shown me is that many, many souls, I clear my throat when I channel. I'm channeling right now. Many souls chose to incarnate into the divine feminine in the last 100 years, but really, really recently, right? 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. So many souls have incarnated as the divine feminine and have gone into these systems. I've got a bank here, meds, education. These are just examples, but these are three of the most corrupt systems, okay? So these little souls have chosen to incarnate as divine feminine into these systems, okay? This is a scale. We have been so off balance with the toxic behaviors of control, greed, power, abuse. We've been so off balance for tens of thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands of years. Souls are incarnating into the divine feminine, into these systems. I was one of them, and I was called out. Go check out my story on my website. I stood up against massive racism and overt corruption, and was guided out. Okay, so that story's on my website. I talk about a little about that here. I was one of the ones that was put into these systems. Now, the divine feminine, as they're incarnating, so this might be you, okay? As they incarnate into these systems, and then they wake up, like I did 5 years ago. When you wake up and go, something doesn't feel right, okay? Women are told, right now there's there has been recently, the feminine battle, the feminist battles, equal pay and blah, blah, blah. That is short-lived, guys. That's not the real battle. The real question is, do you belong in this system? Is this system supporting you? Is this system supporting the collective? The answer is no. I'll give you the answer. But ask yourself, journal this, okay? This isn't about a woman rising the ranks. This isn't about women getting equal pay. This is about women waking up and going, am I meant to be here though? Because what my guides show me, so cool. They said that they have tried, so many things have been tried on this planet to relieve it from the control that it's under. And one of the things that they've done recently that's new, that's beautiful and hugely constructive, is souls incarnating into the divine feminine, into these systems, waking up and then leaving the system to create the new, to create their own business, but follow their path, follow their guidance, follow their nudge. This is what I channel for people. It's confirmation about this is what they're being called to do, and then directions on how to do it. Because when the divine feminine is pulled out of these systems, it creates an even bigger misbalance. And everything has to be balanced. This is why everything's collapsing now, because it's been so off balance for so long. It's like a car going down the road with the wheel off balance, and after a while it just spins off the car because it can't keep going off balance. As divine feminine are being pulled out of these systems, they will create such an off balance of structure that it quickens the speed of the collapse. So if this is you, if you're feeling like you're being called, you probably are. You are meant to identify if you're even meant to stay in the system, and probably the answer is that you're not, so that you can leave the system and allow it to fall. Because while the divine feminine is in there, it's creating more of a balance. It's allowing it to continue a little bit. Once they're pulled out, total misbalance, total destruction, car goes off the lane. Hope this makes sense. Drop your comments below. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video.